So Gaffer, after two very different games over the Easter weekend, what is your reflection on both the games and performances?
Well, they were different results. Obviously, we're always a lot happier when we get the 3 points. Then it felt a little bit like a defeat because we needed to or wanted to win the game. Of course we did, and the crowd were fantastic. Playing more people in the community, people up the other end. We wanted to give them a Notts County type game, but you have to cope with all different. This is a really top league for tactics, absolutely. And everybody nowadays has all the information about individuals and teams and like your patterns and your flow, all that sort of thing. And you have to deal with that at the same time trying to put your own tactics on the opposition. And sometimes it comes off, sometimes it doesn't. Now looking back on the game, we had chances to win the game. We did. I was frustrated. That was a great word that was used in the interview. The word was frustration because the way the game went, the way it was refereed, if you like, we all felt a little bit frustrated. It was a stop-start game, and we had to cope with that. But we still, although we wasn't fluid and flowing like when we play well, we created certainly more chances than them. Although they had two great chances at the end that Sean done well. Previous to that, we had our chances, and you got to tuck them in. Their goalkeeper made 2 or 3 great saves, but it was a battle, wasn't it? And it was a battle of atrocity. Is that the word? What's the word? You're intelligent people.
Attrition.
Thank you. Thank you. It was definitely that, and we couldn't quite get that goal that would have sealed the game. That happens. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the season now, you've still got most teams. I think only a couple of teams have probably given up, looking at their results and things. But most teams, including Dover, are giving it a go. You know what I mean? So nothing's lost. There's not an easy game. Other than 1 or 2 teams that I think have thrown in the towel.
Now looking ahead to our game and our visit to Grimsby this weekend, with them obviously occupying one of those playoff spots, what are you expecting from Paul Hurst's men?
We've done a lot of homework on them, of course, and Paul's got his way of playing. We know that. We've been up against each other quite a few times over the years, and he's got a real solid group of lads that believe in themselves. They had a bit of a bad spell for a little while, but he's turned that round now, and I think they've won 5 out of 5 or something, and we won 4 out of 5. But I think they've either won the last 5 or something like that. Anyway, they're formidable at home. The crowd will get behind them. It's always an active crowd, let's say, and we've got to cope with that, cope with a decent team, and believe that we're a decent team and we can go there, and we're in a good run, even though I was disappointed with 0-0 against our last game, and so we got to go there and perform and enjoy it, because that's what we're all in football for. Enjoy the big games, and now they're big. We seem to have coped with it over the last 20 games, so now we need 21 games, and now we need to do the same at Grimsby.
And finally, do you feel that this year the points needed maybe to get into those playoff spots might be higher than in previous years?
Yeah, it definitely will be, because if you look at the bottom 3 teams, the bottom 3 teams have not picked up many points. Dover 12, is it 12 or something? I know they've got 0, but obviously they got 12 points deducted. So even with those back in the league, bottom 3 teams normally are in the sort of 30s, maybe 40s, and maybe just under the 50s on occasion. You have to get 50 to make sure that you're not relegated normally. But so a lot more points are at the top end of the league rather than the sort of bottom end. So it probably will, but that don't change our mentality anyway. Whether you talk to the Grimsby manager, Stockport manager, you're trying to win every game and see where that takes you. You know, you're not looking and saying we can afford to lose that one or we can afford to draw that one, or do you know what I mean? That's not in your repertoire sort of thing. But I know people say, well, you could come back at me and say, well, you talked about 2 points on average for the remainder of the season. I've done that to give the lads a realistic view of we can still get in it, and that has put us, that mentality, if you like, has put us in a strong mental position going into the last 6 games. We're still in it. You know, we're part of the group of teams that are still competing. Now, I don't know what the bookmakers' odds are and all that sort of thing. We're probably, quite long odds to do that. But it's absolutely possible. And as long as I believe that, and the players believe that every game you win, you get a bit closer.
Gaffer, thanks for your time today and good luck on Saturday.
Thank you very much.
Talking about